Hello and welcome to an all-new Marvel cast, Explosion Network's hub of all things Marvel, place to talk about everything MCU and beyond, from Avengers and Defenders to Amphibian and Frankencastle. I'm Ashley Hobley, the Explosion Network's resident monster. Joining me today, astonishing Dylan Blight.
I too transform in the pale moonlight.
What?
Don't worry.
Alright, today we're talking about the special MCU Disney Plus special Werewolf by Night.
This Halloween, you can't escape the shock, the terror of Werewolf by Night.
Tonight, it is every hunter for themselves.
Good luck. I'll be rotting for you.
But one of you is a monster, masquerading as one of our own. I can't wait to find out what breed of evil you are. You wanna see this, darling?
Please don't do this. Death is coming for you!
Directed by Michael Giacchino. Teleplay by Heather Quinn, Peter Cameron. Story by Heather Quinn. Starring Gael, García, Bernal, Laura Donnelly, and Harriet Sansom Harris. On a dark and somber night, a secret cabal of monster hunters emerge from the shadows and gather at the Bloodstone Temple following the death of their leader. The attendees are thrust into a mysterious and deadly competition for a powerful relic. Dylan, what did you think of Werewolf by Night?
I thought it's really interesting because I felt both like it was too short and I wanted more, and then I also felt like it was too long and needed to be shorter. It's a weird conundrum where I feel like it's almost too good yet not good enough. That is where I feel. So ultimately, I enjoyed it. And depending at where you ask me while watching it, I would either respond by saying, "This is amazing. I wish this was feature length," and then at other times I was like, "This is dragging a bit. I feel like it should have been shorter," or something like that. I feel like it's just sort of too big for its bridges. Like it's really trying to make a feature out of a short, like this 54 minute, whatever it was, runtime. And at times it really succeeds, and at others it's just a little bit too, trying a little bit too hard, and because of that, and not having the right time to do justice to what it's trying to do, it's almost like sort of lets itself down. So because I think the story is really interesting, I think the cast is really good. I feel like not everyone in the cast and the characters get enough time, and that leads to several of the characters, of course, outside of the main two, feeling just very one note. And of course you could be like, well, yeah, still not so short. That's still, but it almost like, it's not like it's an hour. So it like, I'm with these characters for like just long enough to be like, they kind of could have been a bit better. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't 20 minutes where maybe I'd give this a little bit more sleight of hand, or they should have been, I feel like at this runtime, I was like, they should have been a little bit more memorable and stuff like that. The standout to me is the monster, Tim. Bloody love Tim.
Man thing.
Yeah, he's great. But overall, I feel like it's an overall positive thing to come out of Disney Plus, because I would love more projects like this that just get to do these. Basically, it's a one-shot comic book, but like as a Disney Plus like short is what this is. It's the 60-page special, the oversized special comic book story where you get just a little bit more in your one-shot adventure. I appreciate the added like level of violence and gore, even though it's black and white and stuff like that. So playing a little bit more into the Halloween theme and all that sort of stuff. But score's really great, of course, shockingly. And yeah, there's some really good, I feel at times, sort of direction, interesting like camera work and stuff like that that plays out here. But yeah, I'm just like, at the end I was like, man, for the most part I really, really like this, but I feel like this is better than I thought it was going to be, while also being disappointed it wasn't better. Like, it's really weird. So yeah,
that is really weird. I thought it was really cool. Like, it was a fun project. Using characters that would never have been... when they were doing Avengers, you would never think they would eventually get to Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone, and Man-Thing, in some sort of project. I just love the build-up. I wish they had not put Man-Thing in the trailer for this. That would have been a cool reveal. Because, he's a very weird character that, I'm sure would, like, hardcore fans would have, like, blown up to see. Like, just revealed.
Back when I used to play this game, HeroClix, like a tabletop game, I have like a oversized figure that I used to play the game of Man-Thing, and it's just like a much larger version with all the other like little tiny figures, and I used to just play this game and get my Man-Thing, just go along and just fucking destroy. And that's a really cool character design that I feel like come to... it's just weird looking creature.
Yeah, he's just weird looking. I mean, he's kind of like a alternate Groot, I guess, kind of. He doesn't really say much, but he's got that same thing with Groot. Like, he talks and grunts, but Jack can understand him. I think, I love like the main two, Jack and Elsa. I think they have great chemistry. The whole scene in like the crypt, I really enjoyed. Especially how she gets out, remembering her great aunt or something would want to come back.
She
from the
thought
dead.
She was going to come back to life and needed a way to get out.
Yeah. Even just the setup, I'm like, maybe like 15 minutes in, it's like, shit, it's like Battle Royale. They're just killing each other over the Bloodstone thing. I love the use of color, like the Bloodstone all the time, just coming up in red, and then obviously at the end of it, it might have been a little bit on the nose to do the Wizard of Oz thing with Somewhere Over the Rainbow playing, but it is what it is. It was very good. I think some of the action was really solid. There were some nice Easter eggs throughout, and I think it was a really enjoyable time. I mean, just kind of the slow build. There was incredible moments of tension, like Elsa's like shot this dude in the head and then has to hide in the plants to stop from being attacked by the axe dude.
While the dude's still like
trying to breathe.
Trying to breathe.
That was great. And then you've got Jack trying to figure out how to use this explosive to break out.
That's quite funny.
That was quite
funny.
funny.
Very long timer on that explosive.
That was a very long, like, beeping period.
Can you shorten that somehow?
Yeah, on the length, I feel like I would have loved more. And that's probably for the best, like, leave you wanting more. I would have loved to have learned more about the different characters and stuff. Or, like, fleshing out maybe the other bounty hunters or monster hunters.
This is what I mean. I want more. I feel like I even needed more. And every other characters are fleshed out a little bit more, and they're a little bit more memorable. Because at the moment, I don't feel like any of the other bounty hunters are particularly memorable. Or if you make it shorter and you take out like some of the characters and you make it like only like 2, 3, whatever.
But yeah, I think it's really enjoyable. A really cool project to do for Halloween. And I'd be keen for more. It's like it also leaves them in a very interesting point where obviously Elsa's queen of the head of the monster hunting crew, I guess, or at least has the Bloodstone, and Jack has gotten out with Man-Thing, his best buddy. I could see more adventures of them together or them popping up in something down the line.
Well, it wasn't implied that it was implied that he gets himself captured in these scenarios all the time because he's like, oh, you got yourself captured again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, Man-Thing's getting captured all the time.
Yeah, Man-Thing's getting captured.
Understandable because, he looks like that. And apparently he wants sushi. So, if you're going around and getting sushi in like actual sushi shops looking like that, no wonder you're getting captured all the time. All right. Any other thoughts on Werewolf by Night?
No, I mean it's I like that. Yeah, I feel like it'd be cool to give other people that want their shot at directing. You know,
I don't think it was like overly. It's not like hardcore horror. I mean, it was
it's
tense.
not hardcore horror. It's a throwback to the old monster movies. You know?
Yeah,
Especially when the limbs start flying off.
Universal monsters, that kind of stuff.
Universal monsters, yeah, that stuff.
Yeah,
Which is very tame.
Better than the werewolf, right? Or whatever the Benicio del Toro one was.
Oh, that was a bad movie. Yeah, this is way better than that.
All right, let us know what you think of Werewolf by Night by going to explosion.com/Twitter or jump to Discord at explosion.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at All New Marvel Cast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Podchaser. Leave us 5 stars anywhere you can leave 5 stars, or just tell people about the #1 Australian-made MCU podcast on the internet. And if you really like this episode, thought it was worth $1, head on over to our Ko-fi page at explosion.com/supports. The next time we join you will be for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever on November 10th. So make sure you watch that and join us next time for another All New Marvel Cast.